Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 172 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. So how about that title? You have to listen to this one, right? And you will not regret it, I promise. In fact, you might even want to share it if you feel inspired. Who couldn't use a good laugh? So I was running on the treadmill this week and it was kind of hard. I was feeling like my energy was really low and I wasn't really putting a lot of effort into my workout. And then I remembered the thing I've been telling myself about my fitness journey. It's a belief and a thought that I want. I believe I'm a beast when it comes to the gym. So I've been telling myself that. Now, how do beasts show up? Like, what does a beast look like on a treadmill? Well, it certainly wasn't what I was doing. But something happened when I remembered it, and there was a shift in the way I felt, which made me turn the treadmill speed up faster. And it also made me realize that I can do more weight than I've been doing because I'm showing up in the way that I believe a beast would show up. It actually changed my feelings, which changed the way I acted, which ultimately changed my result, all from a thought. All from the thought and the belief that I'm a beast at the gym. We have so many thoughts, and being aware of them is so important because they're the reason that we either succeed or maybe don't even try to succeed. And I hadn't really thought about my thoughts about the gym or my workouts and how they were affecting me, but I had some pretty not so good thoughts about my ability. I used to tell myself I'm innately lazy, so if I'm not working out with a trainer, then I'll do the least I can to get by. Now, how am I going to show up with that thought? Our brain likes to be right, so it's constantly looking to prove that what you're thinking is correct. So when I'm on the treadmill with the thought that I'm innately lazy and will do the least to get by, how's that going to look? Well, I'll probably be stuck on maybe a slight jog at 4 miles per hour, and I'll feel tired the entire time. I'll do the least that I have to do and then reward myself by going to the sauna. But when I throw a twist in there and have the thought that, wait a minute, I'm a beast at the gym, then my brain is like, well, you better get it together because we got work to do. Speed that treadmill up. Now, I actually changed the way I acted when I had that thought. And it made me really think about the other areas of my life and what I need to think and believe. I mean, what do I need to believe to show up in the way that I ultimately know I want to? Now, I have another friend that had a thought quite a bit of the time about I don't like people very much. And she's really fun, and people like her a lot, actually. Now, she said it jokingly, of course, but it was kind of something she would say regularly, that she didn't like people very much. Now, I think that when you constantly tell yourself that, your brain's going to look for all the things in other people you don't like instead of the things you do like. And you know as well as I do, we can always find something we don't like in a stranger. Because when you consistently look for something, you're going to find it, or something like it at least, right? So I always think about these things when I'm trying to go through what thoughts I'm having about my life. There's a few other thoughts that I like to talk about. I mean, one is one that I've heard recently, and it's I always get passed up for promotions because they don't like me. Now, when you think that thought, you're going to search for things that confirm that. Another thought is, and this is a big one for people right now, and it's easy to think, but it's only true if you're really focused on what's bad. A lot of people right now are thinking the world is so bad and it's just getting worse. Now, this country, and I'm talking about America right now, but it applies to you in Canada or Europe or Japan, all the places where you're listening. Our world has survived wars, Spanish flu, Ebola, Civil War, the Great Depression. That's a lot. Our founding fathers were brilliant. And when writing the Constitution, they thought of everything. So we're okay. We're going to be okay. We are nowhere near living in the worst time of this country. Nowhere near it. The media will have you believe something different, but you don't have to listen and you don't have to buy into it. I mean, look around you at your world, at your world. The best is yet to come. And when you believe that, you look for reasons to confirm it. And I got to tell you, there are a lot of reasons. I mean, if you can focus on the negative and feel bad, then you can just as easily focus on the positive and feel really good. It really is that easy. Now, I read an article recently that someone was talking to a friend in China, and she said, oh, nobody watches the news here because we all know it's propaganda. So they just go about their daily life, enjoying it the best way they can. Even Anne Frank wrote, think of all the beauty still left around you and just be happy. You're okay. You really are. The best is yet to come. So let's change the thought of the world being so bad and switch it to the best is yet to come, because it is. Now, I know that was super heavy. So in the spirit of lightening things up, and because I find this next story, this next thought, this next belief really hilarious. Okay, and if you're eating, maybe skip ahead. But I had a friend, and this was a real problem for her. She constantly would tell herself that she couldn't go to the bathroom anywhere but her own house. And she would tell me the same thing. And I was like, well, that's just silly. And she even looked it up, because remember, we like to confirm we're right. But she looked it up, and it's a thing. They had a name for it called shy bowel syndrome. She was like, see, it's real. Now remember, we always like to confirm that we're right. But when she would travel, it was a real problem because she wouldn't go to the bathroom for days. She literally couldn't. Finally, I said, okay, this is ridiculous. I think it's all in your head. You need to stop telling yourself that. You need a new belief about yourself. So we came up with a new thought, and now she has created a new belief, and she's become a person that can poop anywhere. That's what she tells herself. She says, I'm a person that can poop anywhere. And I kid you not, she literally can. I can't make it up. She called me the other day, and her husband was taking her to the airport for a trip. And before she got out of the car, he goes, remember, honey, you're a person that can poop anywhere. I laughed for an hour. I mean, it's actually one of my favorite stories. But it shows the power of our thoughts, even the little ones. And it may not always be as easy as that, but it could be. Don't ever limit yourself to the beliefs that are holding you back. But in order to change them, you have to be aware of them. So my challenge to you today is to take one area of your life where you feel like you're stuck and brainstorm all the thoughts and beliefs you have about that area. Just write them all down. There may be some good ones, but tucked away, there might be some that are the reason you haven't been moving forward. You may not even know they're there until you write them down. And then choose a statement you can believe. Has to be believable to you for it to work. Like, I'm a beast at the gym, the best is yet to come, or even, I'm a person that can poop anywhere. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in a few days.
Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.